How's it going, people? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another Box to Box, and it's a big one. It's our first Big Six fixture of the season. We're away at Man United, Old Trafford, and I'm here with Culture Cams. What are you saying, my bro?
Thanks for having me, bro. All good, man. Looking forward to this one for real. It's going to be a big game, bro. It's going to be a big game.
Look at your smile. I can see he's confident already. But
it's a big one.
Before we do get into it, listen, Cams is my guy, so I want to say big up you, Cams. I see you're working with FTV on that. Congratulations on that move.
Yeah, I appreciate that, bro. Like, really looking forward to putting out more content with them. That's going to be the home of all my new content now. So, guys, go hit that up, and looking forward for you guys seeing what I got cooking, man.
So you still using your channel, or?
I'm going to be using it here and there, but for other things a little bit more kind of lifestyle kind of things. But all my football content will be with FTBL. So go and hit that up, man.
Cool. We're going to tag everything, people, as usual, in the title, in the description below. So show some love to Cams. Like I said, he's my guy. He's on Big Six regularly as well. So make sure you go in the description and show some love over there. On to the game now. The smile, the confidence. I can see it already. It's all mad. The start of the season was mad. Now, let me go back to the box to box at the end of last season.
You try at me. Was it you that put that post on the Big Six?
It might have been me still. It might have been me. But listen, I remember that 10-10 era coming, and the season started in the way it did.
Yeah.
But you've turned it around. 3 out of 3 wins.
Yeah. I mean, look, that start of the season, I don't know if you were out when I made my Twitter space. I did a Twitter space after the 4-0 with Brentford.
Oh, when you had thousands in the half-time and
madness, bro. Undertaker music was playing because it was a gravesite, bro. It was over. Like, I genuinely couldn't see any way back. But United, I still can't see a way back if we're talking about to the glory days right now. But United, they started getting active in the market, like obviously through panic a little bit. And then Ten Hag made big calls, you know what I mean? And that was one thing that I wanted from him. Like, are you going to make big calls? Because you're coming into a team that scored the least goals in their history, that conceded the most. Bro, you have a free reign to come and be ruthless as much as you want. So I was super disappointed when I saw the start of the season. I'm still seeing Maguire, still seeing Shaw, still seeing, okay, McTominay's gotten a little better, but McTominay, you know what I mean? Some names that he stuck with.
It didn't feel like he'd done enough early on.
No, it's like, this is what's going to happen. But now he's got Fred out the team. I thought Fred was maybe one of the ones that would improve on him, but maybe he sees more McTominay. So he's got Fred out the team. He's got Shaw out the team. He's got Maguire out the team. Brought in the better players. And now you're seeing 3 wins in a row. We didn't win 3 wins. We didn't win 3 games in a row since December, bro.
Yeah. And
that was just some meaty fixtures as well. So, man.
Looking at the transfer window, it's now closed. But throughout that window, De Jong was linked nowhere, and there was a lot of banter from opposition. But now it's closed, and you look at it with Martinez coming in, Malaysia, Casemiro. You've managed to keep hold of Ronaldo too. Do you look at it as a good window for Ten Hag?
You know what? I think there is some areas that we maybe still need to improve on. But look, we're kind of in that desperation phase where we want to see everything happen in one window, bro. You know what I mean? And maybe we got to be a little bit realistic. The Glazers, there's always still the discussion about the Glazers. Why did it take so long for us to start moving? Why did we stay chasing Frankie when he clearly did not want to leave Barcelona? Those type of things are frustrating. I still think Man United needed another centre midfielder in. Eriksen's been good, but at the end of the day, he's somebody that's, I wouldn't say recovering, but we know what happened to him. You can't really, are you going to play him 30 games in a row all the time? You're not going to really, you know what I mean?
Rely,
It's risky, you know what I mean? So I think we still should have brought in another centre midfielder, but Ten Hag seems to be fairly okay with it. And what we got to remember is, it's the most annoying word in football, but it is a process, bro. It is a process.
Imagine,
you know what I mean?
I'm hearing this word a lot from opposition fans now. We was getting ripped for years about process this, process that. Matisse on the Big Six talking about processes. You're mentioning it now.
No, Chelsea better not ever talk about process. They better listen.
He's trying it. Catch the last show.
That's another discussion. Yeah, but with us, look, we've just got a new manager in. It's his first window. He's gotten in some good players, and the one thing that I like is that I'm looking at it and I can be like, I can trust you in the market, because Casemiro, come on, that's a world-class player. Malacia, he looks good. Martinez, he was corned and trolled in the beginning, but he looks good. Eriksen, we know about him. He looks good. And Anthony, maybe that's the one where English fans are not familiar with him yet, but I trust Ten Hag to get it right, man. So, yeah, it's been a fairly decent win. I'll give it like a 7 out of 10, maybe 6. You know what I mean?
Imagine how it started to how it ended. So giving it a 6, 7, I guess it turned out well in the end. Just a bit more on Ten Hag. Did you feel like he kind of ignored Ragnick's advice at the end and he kind of dismissed it a bit too early?
100%. I think Ten Hag looked at it, and it's a fact, because if you look at his pressers in the beginning, he was like, look, this is a team that finished second just a year ago. As soon as I heard that, I was worried, bro. That was a false second place. You know what I mean? Liverpool had all the injuries. Chelsea had the little Lampard situation. We weren't, you know what I mean? We weren't that good.
Default.
Yeah, we were miles off Man City. It wasn't a title race or anything like that. So when I heard him say that, that made me know he still thinks there must be something good in these guys. And I think he backed himself to get the most out of them. But I think after those first 2 games, he said, oh, yeah, I didn't realize what job I'm in. You know what I mean? And it hit him hard. And listen, you got to learn from your mistakes fast. And he has. So I can only give him credit for that, bro.
Yeah, the first 2 games must have come as a shock to him. And he's brought in two big signings, to say the least. On to Arsenal. Listen, we mentioned the word process already. We're quite a bit into our process now. I'd say heading into our 3rd year of the process. And heading into the 3rd year of the process, I think we've started the season in how you'd expect to start a season if the process is going in the right direction. 5 wins out of 5. Mikel Arteta, who's been under a lot of pressure over the years. You know, the All or Nothing documentary comes out recently as well, which shows Arteta in maybe a favourable light. You see a bit more about him, and fans have warmed to him a bit more. The transfer window ended a bit deflated.
Yeah, how do you feel about that? Because I'm seeing a lot of complaints about the window, but you're top of the league, but you know, I'm seeing a lot of complaints. Similar to January. People were fuming in January.
Yeah, January was completely different to this one, in my opinion. January, we did nothing. We absolutely did nothing, and we came out weaker. We are stronger this season than we were last season. I know a lot of that business was done early, hence why at the end of the window, when you go 3-4 weeks of hearing Arteta and Edu insinuating we need more players, and then going over the line without any, it kind of leaves you a bit like, oh, well, are we going to trip over the same mistakes again? My only thing is, usually we start seasons needing players, not reinforcing certain areas, and also picking up poor results. This season, we've started on the pitch well, 5 out of 5. And as a football fan, as a man who loves Arsenal Football Club, I just want to see us win games. Yeah. So I'm a bit, you know,
it's hard to kind of judge where you're at.
I can't be too angry because we're 5 out of 5.
Yeah.
But I know it might cost us later down the line, and I will address it. Listen, with Kroenke, for me, it's always Kroenke out. I know a lot of people in the summer a lot of people on Twitter especially bantered me about my opinions on Kroenke because it seemed like he's spending money again. But overall, I think he's not the owner to take us to the promised land. The promised land is not top 4. The promised land is challenging for a Premier League title, being in Champions League with a chance to win it. So I think the transfer window ended not great. And if you couple it up with a poor performance and result against Man United, then, you know, it's all of a sudden, I can imagine it all turning. But if you bounce and beat United 6 out of 6, or even take a point at Old Trafford, I think the majority would take that.
I think you guys got to be winning that, though. Don't you think?
Listen,
I think you got to be winning. I think, listen,
but you know,
5 from 5.
Partey or Nene injury, that's a big area.
Statement games, though, man. I think it's a statement game for Arsenal. I feel like if you go beat United away from home, it's been a while since, okay, you won in 2020, but other than that, it's been a kind of rocky at Old Trafford. You go and win this game, I think the fans have been great this season. I'll give you guys that. Emirates has been mad. Like, it's been lit. You know what I mean? So the fans are behind the manager. But I think if you guys go and win this game, you can start not believing necessarily about we're going to win the league, but you can start thinking, if Liverpool drop off this season just a little bit, Chelsea are not the same. Spurs, we don't know what we're going to get right now. They look okay. Why can't you be that team that's second, that's third? I think you'll start believing that if you beat Man United. But I think if you lose to United, if you lose to us, it's going to turn. It's going to turn. They're going to start saying Edu out. They're going to start saying...
It started already.
There we go. They're going to say Edu out. Wow, we had the window to do this, and we didn't. All of a sudden, that positive fan base and that positive atmosphere I'm seeing at the Emirates could quickly turn. So I think you need to win this game, bro.
For me, years of pain, Cams. You know, I'm one of the most pessimistic Arsenal fans. I don't really get ahead of myself. And my first target this season first target was win those first 5 games, because those 5 games are very, very winnable before OT. Second target is be in January comfortably in top 4. I still can't look at the end of the season. My next one is January comfortably in top 4, where we don't have to go into the window and panic, or go into the window and reinforce. We're comfortable in our situation. Then I might assess end of the season, because it's hard to say. Last year we lost our first 3 games, bantered, left, right, and centre, but we was a couple of points off top 4 in the end. So it's very early days, and like you said, it can not only turn off the pitch, but it can turn on the pitch too. The confidence, you can see it seeping through the players right now. But a few bad results, we've seen at Arsenal before, United, all clubs, they go through poor runs. Aside from City and Liverpool over the years, but they've been well-oiled machines to say the least. So I just think that, yes, I think we should go to OT and go for the win. I'm looking to go there and go for the win. But worst case, take a point. If we lose, I will be gutted, because going into the first Big 6 fixture, I want to set the tone for the rest moving forward. And we've done that with the first 5 wins in the season, in terms of the teams outside the Big 6 now coming to play us. A bit more worried, and we've got a few more threats. Now let's give the Big 6 side something to worry about too.
And that's what we can kind of rest on, in that obviously we beat Liverpool. Do you know what I mean? We beat Liverpool, and that's obviously the season turner for us at the moment. Okay, season turner is it's a big word.
It turned at the start, though.
It started where we are now, and it's like we have that belief that you can go and play these teams and win, and it was a massive thing for us, because the manner of the win as well was character, bro. It was character, it was passion, aggression, all of that, and that has seeped through the next 2 games. Like these guys are playing Leicester, and they're playing. Who do we beat just the other day? Southampton. Yeah. You'll think it's Barcelona and Real Madrid, the way they're celebrating and stuff, because honestly, it's a dogfight out here. I mean, that stemmed from the Liverpool game, because what we used to beat Liverpool was that kind of fight, and now it's going through, and us being able to believe that we can beat a Big 6 team, I think that's super important for us going into this game against you lot.
Now, I'm glad you mentioned that, so it kind of puts it into context what I mean about that first Big 6 fixture of the season. Forget everything else. Sometimes most time form goes out the window in these big games.
It does.
So let's go there and try and get the win. Key battles on Sunday in terms of Arsenal. What do you need to nullify to get the W?
Odegaard, 100%, which is why I want Casemiro on the pitch, bro. Like, that would be a good battle to watch. You know what I mean? I think Odegaard in these type of games hasn't really been... He hasn't done like the Alexis Sanchez. He hasn't done that take the team, you know what I mean? But he is a dangerous player. I've seen him run West Ham like with a great defensive midfielder like Rice, ragged. I've seen him do these things, so he's capable. But I think in these big ones, he hasn't... Yes, he scored against us, I believe, last season. Yeah. But he hasn't really been...
he scored against.
But has the performances... I don't think the performances have been what we know of Odegaard. This guy is somebody that can control a game for 90 minutes in his areas. So he's a great player. I love Odegaard. And I said it last time, actually.
You did, you did.
I said Odegaard's name last time, And so I think if it's Casemiro v Odegaard, or even if it's McTominay, that's an important area of the pitch that United need to nullify. And of course, you got Jesus as well. Coming up against Varane, or is it Varane or is it Martinez? Who knows? So that's an important battle. And Saka hasn't been great lately. I haven't really been impressed with him too much lately. I think
he hasn't been great, but he hasn't been bad either.
Yeah, I think he does need a bit of competition on that right-hand side. I think, I'm not saying he's that type of character, but I think he's allowed to have bad games and not be kind of punished
that you're
for
starting
it.
Next game.
Martinelli, if he has 2-3 bad games, probably won't see him for another 2-3 weeks. You know what I mean? Because somebody else can come in, or then you sell Pepe. So that's a bit interesting. But it's Martinelli actually that I'm very interested in this game, because Dalot, he's winning. He's proving people wrong at the moment. I've always been a fan, but he's proving people wrong a little bit at the moment. But he still has their moments where he can lapse in concentration. And Martinelli is somebody that wants to go at you. He's aggressive. He's just as aggressive as Dalot. That's the thing. They're both two very fiery kind of, not characters, but the way they play.
Yeah.
So I'm very interested in that left-hand side, Arsenal's left side, and our right-hand side kind of battle, man.
I think you mentioned all the players. I'd mention Odegaard, Jesus, and Martinelli in particular. In terms of the front four, Saka's gone under the radar, quietly doing his thing without really producing the end product. But I hope that comes when maybe...
I don't want to see Malacia, man. He doesn't want to see Malacia.
I say no more, because Saka's been ripping, man, on that right side. You know, it's just the end product that's let him down.
Malacia, he's a dog. I'm telling
no
you,
more.
he's a dog. That's, to be fair, like, I don't want to sound like I'm just saying everyone, but genuinely, your attack via our defense is gonna be super interesting, bro. Like the midfield battle, I think when you come with Xhaka and is it Lokonga that's probably gonna play?
Let's say him or Zinchenko.
Yeah, Zinchenko is gonna play midfield
Because of the issue, maybe we start Tierney left back and Zinchenko in the six.
It will be interesting, but that's a bit, because Partey and Xhaka were the ones that you probably will go forward with for the season. The midfield battle, I don't think our midfield has been too great this season. It's been kind of patchy. We're not really doing well on the ball and stuff. So I think it's going to be a bit scrappy in that midfield battle. So that's just why I'm not saying like whoever wins the midfield battle wins the game. I genuinely think it's an attack v defense thing in this game, bro.
Yeah, let's end it with predictions, Cams, as always, man. What are you saying? As the home team, you go ahead first.
Hey. You must win. That's what I'm saying.
I'm asking you your prediction and you're answering with you must win.
You guys need to know you must win. But I'm going to say, I'm going to go a narrow 2-1 United win.
Narrow 2-1 United win. But we must win,
But you must win. Cool. If you lose... Listen, the pressure's going to turn up. The
internet's waiting for us to lose. Don't worry about that.
The pressure's going to turn up.
For us
lose
to lose
straight after the window closes. I'm telling you, I know your fan base. They're going to turn. I know it. So you must win. The pressure's on you guys. We ain't really got pressure on us, you know.
Listen, I've taken one of I've taken one of your old phrases. I don't know if you know, but
yeah.
Nah, I've taken one. If you know,
you can have that for now. You can have that for now.
I'm trying to move in silence now. Big up Cams for that one. But listen, I'm going to predict 3-1.
To Arsenal?
Yeah, Arsenal. I predict 3-1 every game so far this season.
That's a smoking, though. 3-1 away from home.
Yeah,
Old Trafford. That's a big... It's a big performance, bro.
I'll take it. Listen, it's not an 8-2, it's not a 6-1. I think you're due one of those soon, but I'll take a 3-1. And listen, it's been a good luck charm so far this season. We've won every game. I predicted 3-1. So let's hope it gets done. Let them know one more time, Cams, where they can find you.
Find me on FTBL YouTube channel. You know, obviously Culture Cams on Twitter, Culture Cams on Instagram. But if you want to see my YouTube content, that will be on FTBL's channel. So go and hit that up, guys, man. Just started my new show, FTBL Culture, weekly. It's going to be lit.
Love for coming on, my bro.
Of course, man.
People, like I said, I'm going to tag it up in the title. I'm going to put it in the description. So make sure you show some love to Cams. As always, hit the like button and love for the love people. We're out.
Shop for AFTV merch at shop.aftv.co.uk. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat, and Twitch. We've got content for every platform, so check it out.